When I looked back at the recordings on my camera, I noticed that there was a corridor in the cellar.
So, did you go back to the castle?
The headmistress saw that I was nervous, although I no longer regretted the fact that her daughter is now considered my daughter in the story. But still, there was a feeling inside me that something was not right. So, I told the headmistress about what I saw in the recording. Then I showed her the part where the corridor is visible. She said that just to create a scary atmosphere for the adventure tonight, she, her daughter, and I would go back to the castle, for the simplicity of the story. Throughout the story, I will refer to her as my daughter, as I still had to think of her as my daughter. After breakfast, my daughter and I started improving the video quality on my laptop. That took us until 8 p.m. We went out to the street. Then I bent down so my daughter could sit on my neck. Just for the sake of a near-death experience, I told my daughter to grip my neck as tightly as she could. This time, we took a less dangerous route to the castle. I turned on the light of my camera because its light was stronger than our flashlight. When we reached the cellar, I saw the corridor. As it turned out, the corridor existed. It led to a ladder that descended 5,000 meters deep. I had a laser measurement tool with me that accurately showed the depth. Then I told my daughter that if she fell from here, she wouldn't survive, so she should grip my neck tightly on the way down. We deliberately checked the condition of the ladder and noticed that it had been refurbished only a week ago. We went down the ladder. I was even more afraid than yesterday because we were in an old cemetery. Fortunately, the flashlight on my phone was much stronger than the camera's light, so we could see clearly in this spacious area. The descent was handled in a way that the camera's light was bright enough for both of us to descend together. But now, it's not important how we got down. What is important is that we found ourselves in a cemetery filled with gravestones from the early 1600s. We found a book which, upon reading it, revealed that it contained instructions for performing some kind of satanic rituals. To name one, it mentioned the legend of a demonic lover. However, this book described a much more powerful version than the widely known one. In this version, the demonic lover could protect the summoner from any physical danger, even neutralizing deadly wounds. As I read, the ceremony involved the demon delving into the memories and thoughts of the person who summoned them. And if the demon wanted to protect the summoner, it would appear before them as a vision of the demonic lover, as envisioned by the summoner. It's important to note that, according to this version, the demonic lover could only change its appearance in the summoner's mind for the first few days after appearing. It also analyzed and knew every significant memory in the summoner's mind, down to the minute details. At that moment, the thought came into my mind that I should perform this. I cleared my thoughts and proceeded with the process as described in the book. Only my thoughts, my mind, and a candle were needed for this. After long hours, it appeared before me. Its first sentence was to let me know that it could see the story and saw that I am a good person, and that the situation I'm in is special, although there is currently no need for violence. But if any situation arises where it needs to demonstrate its supernatural power, it will act immediately and will be with me until the end of my life. Upon returning to the house, I no longer had any doubt that I wouldn't talk about this day until we reached the school. It no longer bothered me that my daughter is much more open-minded than I used to be. I realized that the best way I could help her is by letting her feel that she can take care of me. It no longer felt weird to receive hugs or have her pat my shoulder to provide a sense of security. I simply learned to appreciate how much I mean to her.